We're back. Sorry about that. I was breaking up a little bit. I kind of knew it. I knew it. Um, but now I feel a little bit better. It's just the weather pattern. It's like when it changes like this. I always said, is there something? But let me get to the main, the main point here this morning. I thought about it, a few things. I watched a little bit of. I really don't even really pay attention to it anymore, but it's on. I'm getting ready. I didn't, listen to Laura Ingraham. I just say, yeah, I'll see what Don's talking about, and it's like the memo, Porter, security clearance, Porter, the memo, Porter. So, there's one thing that I thought about, because, we're getting ready for our new season, and, yes, we will try, to do something a little bit different, something a little bit better, something, for your entertainment, to get your mind off of things, stuff like that. Because I know a lot of people live busy lives, and they're not just, they're not thinking about all this kind of stuff. And I'm not going to sit here and give you a dose of, Trump and the media, every single day. That's why, I tried something different, during this week. It is Wednesday. Happy Valentine's Day. Middle of the week. I'm not going to say any jokes. I'm not going to say hump day or anything like that. But it is Valentine's Day, and hope you got the right kind of. See me, I always got purple. Purple roses. I gotta get a crap load. It all depends. Years ago, I used to just give, so much. It's more like, I don't know. You get the teddy bears and everything, and the gaiba, the chocolates, maybe even get jewelry and stuff like that, But that also can mean property, it's like, here, I'm giving you all this stuff, and now we're talking about all this. Oh, I know, there's one of Don Lemon's buddies there. I forget how to pronounce his name. I don't know, something Baraka. I don't know, but it's not Baraka. It's something. I think his last name is Sanders. Baraki. I don't know. But what he's talking about, like Porter, he's like mentioning the white beater. Oh, the white beater. These words do hurt. And again, this is playing out. This is our news. This is what is playing out on the news, And, we're missing a lot of things. That's why I do. I switch over to Fox. I watch the 5. At least you hear different stories. They're not just sitting, because they don't need to just do that. They don't need to have a round table all day about, Porter and memos and the Russian collusion and, all the banks, Georgia Bank, this and that, laundering, all this airing out, there's just so much, there's this anger, it's predictable, today, just, if you watch The Morning Joe, or you watch, this is Good Day, there's your host, Chris Como, hi. Well, we got a lot to get to. We'll unwind it, First of all, we got security clearances and, collusion. Where's the collusion? That's what I want to know. So, the main thing is, alright, because I want to make it interesting and everything, but there's one thing that I want to talk about in the years here, 2013, 2014, 2015. I was doing YouTube videos, just running around and everything. And we had all the thing, Black Lives Matter and police, and then we had like protesting going on, all this kind of stuff. And the last couple weeks I do hear, once in a while, I do hear like a conversation on a different station about, like law. A lot of people that go into this, they're not like, see, the mentality, like, what it has done to like morale, like, and everything. Just think how police officers feel, like, and then all the retaliation, you had shootings, there's still more, there's shootings that go on all the time, it's not being reported. And, there are some bad actors, there are some bad apples. There was one where, it looked to be really totally wrong, but it was a white gentleman, like in a pickup, and two of the cops were mad or something, and they just shoot him, like, or whatever. I don't know how it went. I just vaguely seen it, because like by the time you see some kind of real news, like, you're all like, your mind is like shot, like, from like listening to like people like be loud and angry about stuff, about these things, like, they talk so much about diversity and everything, like, and we gotta get, what jobs? How do we get jobs? Yes, on the opener I said, this place here, they're gonna revitalize, they're gonna, like, make it more like, because you got the colleges, you got the ocean front, our cousins over in Boston, maybe she'll bring back a Red Sox shirt, stuff like that, Maybe there's some kind of connections. I was going to ask, when people stop by, I'm not going to ask them. I realize I'm on my own. Whatever happens, happens, there's no sense of, what's that right word? Try goes, pandering, maybe, like, like, help me, fix my broken wagon, something like that, right? Yes. They listened to the show, they got turned off, and you're sitting there asking them, you're saying, I want to help out, I want to do this. What do we got here? Little rice ball. The little rice ball, it's in the Italian community. And then we'll have the bikes, oh shit, big tow truck. I didn't notice that. Just doing this video, I was kind of getting into it, but the thing is, with me, like, because all the things that happen, with all that, the stuff with the police and this and that, and like, a few incidents, rightfully so, like, but I look at it, in their eyes, in their, like, wow, that guy was in such a hurry. Freaking Vons, man, they own this place. I'm just saying, like, you get pulled over and stuff, like, what, in this day and age, what do you think a cop thinks about, like, really. Just, we're on the internet, like, we see weird things, Again, if the news, like, was showing more stories instead of, like, sitting there talking about, like this stuff here, where all you gotta do is, like, come up with the evidence, okay, and then, Pinch will be worse. Pinch would be worse. What show am I on here? Oh, you the guy from E? Yes, I'm the guy from E. And who's this other? Is this a comedian or something? Yes, I'm a comedian. Yes. And I noticed, like, when she was saying that, everybody was, like, shaking their heads. Like, like, oh, like, but like I mentioned on the opener, I said, on all the issues, they were exactly where we are today, today. All you gotta do, and this doesn't get reported. All gets reported is, all right, we have a reporter. How do you? of course, between 30 and 40 people don't have, their proper security clearance. Yes, the turnover rate here in the Trump administration is like 34%. He does go through a lot of people, but it's a new era. It's a new wave kind of thing. He's just not gonna leave people in there that ain't getting it done. He's out on a mission. Is this the Marriott? Is this what they're talking about? One of our friends, Brad Stevens, was on the news. I owe him an apology. He was one of my cousins was dating him. I don't know. It was just like hard times, like when I was doing all those kind of things that year. Especially all the riots and protests and everything. I was like looking, for something to do. I knew I was setting up because I was just I was camped out on studying all this and thinking maybe I could. My main goal is overnight radio, to tell you the truth. That's why because one of my favorite movies is Talk Radio, and 3,000 Miles of Graceland, and a lot of my experience, it's just been giving advice to people, talking to people, hearing them out. A lot of people might not think that, but I do. I listen. I listen. Might not have the answers right away, but I'll come back. Let me meditate on it. Hey, kids. Nobody tells you where to go. Alright, we'll be back for the coffee, I guess.